The Switch just might be the hottest hybrid console these days, so we are taking a look at all the cool games coming, especially for its fans this year. Without including the very close March releases, here are our picks for the 10 upcoming Switch exclusives of 2020 and beyond, arranged by their release dates.
Ninja. They once ruled the world, village after village. However, they mysteriously disappeared.
Ninjalah. You can almost tell that this game is destined for the Switch. Looking like a mix of recent IP successes Splatoon and ARMS, Ninjalah has that coveted Nintendo charm coursing through its veins. After creating the hit Puzzle & Dragons and producing the City of Final Fantasy, Gung Ho's recent venture will bring us an array of spunky new characters, all battling for a place in the high-flying arena. Ninjalah basically revolves around bubblegum beat-ups with your crafted weapons and powers relying on the size of your bubblegum bubble. It was first announced in 2018, but after the demos and the first explosive round of fan arts, it did get a bit quiet. But it made enough of an impression that we've never forgotten it since. With just a delay to give it more of the polish that it deserves, it looks like it's right back on track for a release sometime this spring. Sports Story. Sportier counterpart to Rune Factory's Farm Life and Dungeons, this new IP is all about sports, except when it isn't. Developed by Sidebar Games, it's one of the many indie games that Nintendo will showcase on the Switch, and it feels like a much-awaited follow-up to their previous hit Golf Story. Variety forms the central part of Sports Story's genetic makeup as you make a feat of strength and agility out of every aspect of not-so-everyday life. Suited in a shirt and vest combo, go on many adventures, nightly and otherwise, around a world that's filled with a mishmash of balls, fields, courts, and castles. Plus, it's got that retro flair too, making any old Game Boy or Golf Story fan feel right at home in this new sporty world. It's set to release mid-2020. Rune Factory 5. After years of waiting, we're finally getting a brand new entry to the popular role-playing game. Straight from the very same Marvelous Entertainment, this series first premiered with the subtitle A Fantasy Harvest Moon, and that's exactly what we got. A simulation game with the same balance of farm life and romance, but of course with the added thrill of crafting and action-packed dungeon exploring. With just a teaser for Rune Factory 5, we're not exactly sure what we're gonna get in this new version. But based on previous releases, we're most likely gonna get quality of life improvements, new activities, and obviously, a whole new set of characters to romance. But while we're all still waiting, at least we'll have the special edition of Rune Factory 4 out in stores soon. Rune Factory 5 is set to release sometime in 2020. Bravely Default 2. And it looks like Square Enix might be having a bit of trouble counting to 3 because despite what their title clearly says, this is actually the third entry to the Bravely Default series, following the release of Bravely Second and Layer in 2015. This upcoming sequel, though, will be a completely different game, presenting brand new heroes in a new story and in a whole new world too. What will remain the same, though, is the play of light and dark in a world ruled by crystals. Join their 4 heroes and take on the quest in search of the 4 crystals. Returning with the series, of course, is Revo, who will bring life to the universe with another one of their awesome soundtracks. Considering the reviews of Octopath Traveler, we can probably trust Team Asano to do justice to this new JRPG installment as well. It's coming out sometime this year.
You must mean me.
No More Heroes 3. Sure, it was fun to roam around from video game world to video game world in Travis Strikes Again, but a fresh main installment for the No More Heroes franchise is bound to be a lot more exciting for fans of Suda51's signature hack and slash action. After more than 10 years of waiting, No More Heroes can finally count to 3, and it promises to be bigger and bloodier than ever before. With Suda gathering inspiration from the rise of comic book movies like Avengers, his goal is to reproduce that massive scale action in his own series. For the third installment, we will get to see how an alien with an unusually quaint origin story uses his newfound adult powers to rule over the Earth and his old friend with it.
What are you? I'm a goddamn superhero.
Suda has always been at the cutting edge and expectations are definitely high. No release window yet, but it is set to release in 2020. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. While some people could argue that this is just a simple remaster, when it comes to one of the greatest RPGs on the Nintendo consoles, there is no such thing as simple. Xenoblade Chronicles, one of the top games on the 3DS and the Wii, is in itself a big deal. And now that it's headed to one of Nintendo's hottest consoles yet, it's definitely a big deal. With its sequel already paving the way on the Switch, this definitive edition of the expansive RPG experience will make for a happy reunion for new and old fans alike. There's already been a remaster on the 3DS, but we'll see it like never before with the Switch's powerful new hardware. The game will be reborn with improved graphics that will breathe new life to Shulk's quest around a lush world. No release window yet, but we know it's coming sometime in 2020. Metroid Prime 4. When you've waited for about a decade for a new title, any franchise fan will take scraps just to scratch that itch. But luckily for fans of the Metroid series, Nintendo is not about to let them down anytime soon. This upcoming title will be the first main entry to the series since Other M in 2010, and with the announcement of Metroid Prime 4 in 2017, the fanbase was buzzing with excitement, hoping for another look at Samus Aran's galactic adventures. For a big game, it's not without its share of development troubles. We didn't hear much of it since its announcement, and in 2019, Nintendo announced that it was basically starting from scratch. That might mean more delays for the anticipated title, but it's reassuring that Nintendo is doing their best to deliver the best possible product. That might be possible too with Super Lucky's Tale and Crysis 3 designers on board. Sadly, no release date yet. Bayonetta 3. The first Bayonetta game might have had its run across the consoles, but this one's about to make the non-Switch crowd drool in envy. It's the witching hour on the hybrid console once more as the angel-killing femme fatale returns for a third installment. Bayonetta 3's Switch exclusivity might be a sore disappointment for some, but it's good news for the companies and their fans. Formed through the collaboration of Sega and Nintendo, Platinum Games is sticking by the folks that made all of this possible. We first heard of it way back in 2017, and the full trailer in 2018 made everything official. 2 years later, there doesn't seem to be much updates on the game, and creator Hideki Kamiya is well aware that people are starting to get worried. But in recent interviews, he's assured all fans that things are going well for the Platinum Games production. For now though, no release date yet. Panzer Dragoon 2 Zwei. With a world of fantasy, shooting, and dragons, it's not hard to imagine how Panzer Dragoon got so successful way back in its Sega Saturn days. Thanks to Polish publisher Forever Entertainment, we're getting back-to-back releases of the first two titles. The first, which is also slated for Steam, may not be an exclusive, but its beautiful trailer shows off what the team is capable of, and of course what we can expect from the second game soon. The details on Zwei are still pretty scarce so far, however, it does seem like it's gunning for a Switch exclusive debut. Just like Panzer Dragoon, Zwei on the Switch will definitely sport refreshed graphics that will enhance our experience of the already gorgeous original, and I guess that's enough to keep our eyes peeled for more updates. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel. Okay, for our 2020 list, this might be a bit of a stretch. However, it's hard to imagine anyone who isn't looking forward to this title releasing as soon as possible. What with the outstanding success of the Switch's system-selling launch title, getting an even more expansive experience of what already feels like a perfect RPG is gonna be a treat. Still in its early development phase, we still don't know much about this sequel, but their last teaser trailer was a masterclass in hype building with its music and imagery. And it shows we might be returning to the very same Hyrule to fight a creepy reanimated Ganon. It does feel like Legend of Zelda's narratives are diving into dark territory, and we're all here for it. Hopefully it comes in more temples. No release date, unfortunately.